What up? Divided me fall here. I wanted to I don't know. I just went online real quick. Oh, I was watching this thing on Elvis, and if you go back in my videos, don't judge me on these videos because a lot of times I'm just sitting here like this and like meditating and just talking like this. And it looks like because I go watching it, and it looks like I'm totally fucked up. And I'm just baked. I'm just tired. I'm like this. I'm just talking to myself because there's really no one in here. So if you watch it, you're like, this guy is fucked up. It's like 3 in the morning, and I'm just sitting here going, whatever. Because no one's here. No one. It's just me talking to myself. And sometimes, like, I left for a while. I went and got cigarettes and came back, and it was still live streaming. Like, I forgot. And if I could figure out how to, I'm like too old to figure out computers and shit. I have a brand new printer I got for Christmas, or an early birthday present, because I need it for my business. And it will pay itself off. It was a gift. Anyway, so I'm trying not to fix, but to set up I've been trying to fucking set up the scanner and printer fact. The whole thing it's a Canon, it's awesome. I have a Mac, it's supposed to be easy to do all this. It's not for me because I didn't grow up. There wasn't even computers. When I got 2 fun facts growing up in Colorado and growing up as a true Gen Xer. I don't know what they're saying, Gen X. If you got to be born before 1980 to be a Gen X, right? Like you have to be. In the 80s is when I grew up. I was a kid in the 70s and 80s. And I'm Generation X. So the next generation was Generation Y, which is like, I guess, my friends' kids, who they now have kids. They're all like 25 now and shit. My friends' kids. Yeah, or more, because I'm, 44? So my friends had kids when they were like young, some of them, when they were, young. But some like when they were say 20, because that's like what a generation is. 20. It's my own nickname, 20. So if Jen or Sam sees this, they're the ones that gave me that nickname. So yeah. Oh wait, what's it? Spam. Just give me some spam. I'll talk to spam. Oh, that's gonna be my new name on fucking line. I don't know how to change my name. And it's like, has me as having like multiple accounts and stuff. One is the Joker face. One is this clock. Roman hexagonal. Oh, here's a question for you. Here's a brain buster for you. How come an octopus has 8 legs? If you have 8 kids, you have octuplets, at the same time. And an octagon has 8 sides. So answer me this. Why is October the 12th month? Now, let's go to Diaz, which is 10. Right? Diaz is 10. December. It's the 12th month. That's the 12th month. Right? That makes no sense. Sept is 7. Whatever. let's see. January, February, March. Or no, yeah. That just doesn't make sense to me. October is the 10th month, but oct means 8 as a a prefix to a word. Oct means 8. What's an octagon? It has 8 fucking sides. A hexagon has 5. Right? The stops or 6. The stop sign. What's that? What's a 6-sided? Oh, hexagon. Okay. Hecacre, which is land. A hecacre is usually what they use to measure land over in like the poppy fields and shit, Afghanistan. So a hecacre is 5, I believe, acres. I thought it's 5 point something. But so then that begs to think, okay, then hectacre. Well, why isn't the 5th month like Hectober, or whatever hectacre, whatever number that is? I think it's 5. 4 is quadra, right? Okay, now let's think about a couple weekend or weekdays, or I'm just off the cuff, just trying to think of something. So I was thinking about that because someone said something about that. They said, "Why is October 8?" Matt from Quantum, the channel Quantum of Conscious, which I suggest you all go to, man. He's like, these just really, he really can put things in terms to where you can understand it. And he's got a lot of, I love the subscribers. Everyone's serious. It's not a joke. Anything is on the table. I mean, think about the religions in the past, the ancient religions, these new religions like Christianity and stuff. All of a sudden, weird shit is happening, which is kind of proving itself. Future proves past. Sorry. You should never, when you have a cough, never ever swallow this shit you cough up, because what it'll do, they're gonna give me a loan, right? This thing popped on my knee all the time. You're pre-approved for $10,000, right? Shoot it. Bullshit. That's like the ultimate clickbait. The government's trying to clickbait me into telling them who I am. Because they are like the bail bondsman of my college degree, right? And I ain't paying them. That's what I got to say to them. And you want double speak? How about that to the government? And maybe they call it in 1984 and A Brave New World and whatever. Thought, crimes, faith. Oh, listen to this. In the book, I believe it was in Orwell. It was either in Aldous Huxley's A Brave New. I'm sure anyone that's watching this, or anyone ever that stumbles upon this video, has read, obviously, 1984, written by George Orwell, and Aldous Huxley, Brave New World, and The Doors of Perception by Aldous Huxley. But whatever, you know. You need to read those, and then you'll see where we're at. Like we are in it. What they did to us, and I've been telling them this since I've been in the conspiracy game since I was like 12, right? Like, because my friend's dad was against, or knew about the tax thing where it's a voluntary thing, and people tell me, oh, if income tax is voluntary, then uh, how come people are in jail for not paying taxes? I'll tell you why. Because they signed something saying that they promise to pay such and such amount for this year. That's what filling out your papers is. You're volunteering money. You're volunteering a percentage of your wage to help the government. It's a voluntary tax. The only, even like, I even think it began voluntary when it was just it began just as a temporary tax during the one of, I believe, the war for our independence, maybe. Yeah. Anyway, so there's that, and then I wanted to also mention that, yeah, I told you about the thing about October. Why is that the 10th month when 8 is oct over, or 8 is oct anything? I mean, that just what? And it's always been October for me. It's not like a Mandela effect or something. The Mandela effect that is blowing my mind is the fucking Richard Simmons one. Because I looked up Richard. Okay, if you haven't heard, it's Richard Simmons never wore a headband or wristband. All right, just a head. I mean, either of them, but that was his thing, right? But the thing is, what people don't get is go to the library and get a Richard Simmons book from the 80s or whenever, and look at all the pictures that I challenge anyone to find a picture of him with a headband on, a sweatband on his head or wrist. He doesn't have it. However, all the Halloween costumes that are prepackaged and people that dress up from memory, go look up Richard Simmons Halloween costumes. They all have headbands. That's what I mean by the fucking Mandela effect. For all of you that keep saying, yeah, well, things change. No one misremembered Sweating to the Oldies and Richard Simmons. That was his fucking key thing. It's like a Crip carrying a blue fucking rag and a Blood carrying a red rag. It's a fact. Was a fact. And then I am a trespasser. It didn't change here. It was always like that. Whoever remembers Richard Simmons having the headband all the time, whoever remembers that, you are trespassing on this planet, on this reality, this dimension, whatever. This dimension where maybe the only thing different is fucking Richard Simmons headband. Who knows, right? So it's a cruel joke by God or whoever's doing it. Well, because it's not. Well, they did change the lion laying with the lamb in the Bible to the wolf dwelling with the lamb. So I mean, don't say we didn't warn you, man. I mean, if that doesn't get your attention, they're thinking, okay, well, once they're going to get their attention, let's go for their pop movie culture bullshit. Sex in the City is now Sex and the City. They changed all the Luke, I am your father is now no, I am your father. It's God saying, look, or who, whatever, the creator, whatever, trying to get our attention. Like, hello. And we're all like, ooh, like a bunch of fucking idiots, blind leading the blind. So what the thing is it's like, okay, I tried that. I tried the Michael Jackson angle. I'm acting like I'm God here thinking this. Look, I'm trying to tell these people that they are fucking spiritual beings that are having just a physical little part of their big infinite life of Earth, and it's not some, and they're thinking it's the all there is, and it's they. I've sent teachers down there for everything. I'm just gonna do this shit. Like, here you go. Like, shit that even technology couldn't do. I've seen words. I've seen my book. My mom bought me a book called Vikings, Lords of the Sea. Because I'm half Norwegian. My mother is a Nordic Vedic princess. Really, it's like royal blood from Norway. She's related to them, and so am I guess. Which is cool. Anyway, so she bought me this book for Christmas, brand new, and it's around here somewhere. And on the cover, it had a what does everyone know a Viking has? A fucking helmet with the horns on it, right? Especially now in the age of the horns. That's another reason why I think it's God. Oh, listen, wait, let me finish. And then I want to say one more thing. So anyway, the horns. Then I watched a thing on what's her name's thing. So she bought me that last year for Christmas. And it has on the cover a Viking wearing a helmet with all his battle gear, and it has horns. Okay. And then one morning, like maybe a year ago or less, a couple months ago, I saw it on Once Upon a. I hadn't read my book in a while. I hadn't even really looked at it for a while. And someone had said, one of her commenters or her herself brought up that now the Vikings never had horns on their helmet. Like in this timeline, in this reality, that's how it was. The whole history of the Vikings, they never had horns. I'm like, what? And I have all this Viking shit, right? I went and grabbed my book. I knew it, but before I got it, but of course, it's a Viking. The horns are gone on the cover. It's gone. My book changed. So, and I knew it. I've read the book, and it's a non-fictional book. So, it's something that I read very cohesively and very comprehensively, because it was something that I was very extremely interested in and detail oriented. It wasn't like not reading a novel as such, a fictional, a novel. And it was about my ancestors, so I wanted to know everything about them. And then my other half is Native American. Anyway, so those two things. It's like God is screaming out. You guys are worshiping things that are just things, and you're not realizing it. And I sent you teachers. You're not getting it. I sent you Krishna. I sent you Jesus. I sent you all these people, and you still ain't fucking getting it. All right, I'm just gonna start poking holes in your fucking reality and shit, and then see what you say. I'll and I know this because I don't need a preacher man or any person snake oil sale. I don't know. I don't care. I have a one-on-one thing with my creator. Like, we cool. I literally just said, hey man, whoever created me, please, like, give me a sign, whatever. Tell me what to do. Tell me how can I serve you? How can I save humanity? How can I help for the good people, good side, not evil? And you can see the evil around you and feel it. But good always will overpower. You can also feel the good. At least where I live, it's a very grounded area. I'm gonna keep this quick because I want people to. I'm not gonna. I'll figure out my thing and whatever. I just want to tell you guys those two things, and then also I posted on. I wanted to say hi to Shauna too, who I haven't heard from for 2 days. 2-1. She's in my gang. And I don't know where she's at, and I'm really worried about her. Okay, she's with child, voodoo child. Anyway, okay, well, I guess this is my stop. So stupid. Just kidding. You should never rip on yourself. And there's no such thing as stupid anything. Say it, do it, ask it. No. I mean, except for having more than 2 genders, having 56 genders, that's stupid. Okay? There are stupid things. I'm sorry. And saying that Bruce Jenner was the courageous man or whatever woman of the year on Time magazine is an abomination of mankind. I mean, like, who's going to be Times Man of the Year for 2020? I got Satan. I bet he's already donned the cover several times in different body embodiments. But I got my money on fucking that it's going to be the devil. That's where my money's at. Watch. And the devil is not going to come up looking at you and he's not going to look scary. So anyway, so there's that. And then I also want to say that I think we're looking at the Toto effect or the Mandela effect from the ass end when we should be looking in the front and the mouth. So in other words, we need to flip script on how we're dealing with this, and we need to look at things that aren't changing, things that are remaining the same. And that is going to be our core reality, right? Everything else is going to be a ruse or a matrix or whatever. I don't know. You know what I mean. I do know. But you know what I mean? Like, let's start like looking at things that aren't affected. Okay, well, like the Wizard of Oz is a good place to start. Why is Toto affected? And that's one reason it's called the Toto effect, is because because we're not in Kansas anymore. Click your heels 3 times. Just Oz. We're in an upside down world, like she was, like Alice, or Through the Looking Glass was Alice in Wonderland. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'll be up on here later. All right, guys. Peace out. Peace out. Oh, what should I call it? Oh, fuck, I have a cool name, and I was just talking about it. I have a really cool name for this fucking stream. But, I'll call it something else. Oh, I know what I'll call it. Oh, congratulate me, too. I'm going to be in a 24-person permanent art thing called the Desert Stars in 2 months. I happen to run into the guy. 2 slots left. I could blow up. No joke. I won't forget the little people. I'm not kidding you guys. Look. he came and looked at my art. Met him up here, and I wanted to see his bucket. He was doing something, and he had all these buckets in the back of this truck, nice 5-gallon buckets. And I was walking to the store right there, and I said, "Hey, bro, what's up?" And he's like, "Hey," and we shake hands. That's how it is in this town. I live in a very small, very very small desert town, and he goes, "But it's an art town. Like a lot of artists live here. A lot of rich people live here. Whatever. It's cool because if you sell art and you're an artist, it's a good place to live, like me." So the guy goes, so I went to the store, I came back, and the guy goes, "Man, I'm really sorry, Brady." And I already hadn't shook hands with him. My boss wants to, he wants to keep him. I'm sorry. And I'm like, no big deal. And I knew, me and this guy totally hit it off the first time I talked to him, and then on the way back, we were talking up a storm, right? And he's like, "Oh wait, he's like, where do you live?" And I'm like, "Right there at the Art Queen." And the Art Queen, where I live, is a compound. Like we have a huge, we have like multiple stages, like, and there's only a few apartments here, and mine is one. But it's a business license, and so I can sell out in front of my house is my studio. I set it up, and that's what I do. And I make art. So the guy, back to the story. Sorry. I hit it off with this guy. And then he said, "Where do you live?" I said, "The Art Queen." He said, "Really?" And I said, "Yeah, I have a studio there. I'm an artist. I'm one of the artists." And he said, "Oh, cool. He goes, "Oh, you're exactly what we need right now." And I'm like, "What?" He's like, "You're like an independent, small artist to be in this show. It's actually a 3-day festival where my name, it'll say artists include 24 artists, stars in the desert stars. It's going to be people artists from around the world, and 24 of them are chosen." And he said, "I want to walk back with you to your house and see your work. Would you be interested in wanting to do it?" He goes, Then he came and saw my work. I showed him my work, my canvases and shit. And he's like, "Oh, dude, yes, Brady, yes, will you do this? Please." I'm like, "Yeah." And then I'm going like I don't know. And he's like, "I don't think you understand what," in a way, like kind of not condescendingly, but he's like, I was talking to him. I said, "Man, this is how God works. I ask you for buckets, but you in 2 months are doing a festival in my town for artists around the world, and you had and it's 24 artists, and I'm one of them." And he came and looked at he goes, "Okay, then so I'll be immortalized in this thing that I guess they're making over the 3-day period. I'm going to be in the program as artists, the 24 artists that put on this Desert Stars Festival. And it's going to be my fucking name, B. Curtis Art Studios." And I have 2. He goes, "How do you feel about like big canvases?" And I guess we're doing an 8x10 where we each can do part of it. Each of us 24 artists get a spot on it. And I think, and then some more permanent like totem pole thing. But it's only 24 artists that are chosen for these slots, and to be in this 3-day festival, and to be with B. I'm gonna be in like a booth with my art, with like freaking Salvador Dali on one side and like Ray Pettibon on the other. You know, it's like Foo, that dude Dave Grohl, he lives right here in Joshua Tree. And a lot of people do. A lot of rich celebrities live here. And I've talked to them. But I don't look up to them really. But they have a lot of money and they'll pay a lot if they like something. So I have 2 months to work on this, to work on some paintings and stuff, I guess. I'm not sure. Crystal's going to call me more. So I got Crystal's info. They got my info. He got my info. And then Crystal's the other promoter of this thing. She's not a artist, but he said, "Oh, it's free too, by the way." So I guess that means I mean, what's that? You can just go sell your art there and promote it, and it's free. And they're gonna be doing all this stuff. It's so awesome. I'm so grateful. And he said, "Dude, I don't even think you what you're getting here." Like because I was going, man, what a God shot! Like this is a good opportunity probably for people to. He's like, wait, you don't understand, dude. You're chosen among like 24. You're you're number 23 of 24 world-renowned artists that are going to be in this 3-day festival. I sign autographs. I don't know. I'm like, wow. And he's like, dude, I can't believe. He was so happy that he found me because he was looking for someone that was local and that was like me, that did psychedelic shit and whatever. He just liked my style. And we hit it off, and bam, I'm in, right? It's not even here either. It's not where I live at this compound, the Art Queen. It's not a part of this. Or even next door, which are the Sun Valley Alley shops, which are connected to the Art Queen. It's not even in either of these. It's down another block over, and it's about it's down it's in a whole different area. This is a whole different thing. Whoa. That's my soda. I want it right on my phone. Only a little bit. Anyway, I couldn't believe it. I still can't. I'm really excited. I talked to my mom about it. I of course. Because I was wanting to tell her. I was so excited when I got home. But I didn't get the buckets. That's all right, though. I got better than that. God's like, oh, dude. You didn't get the buckets. That's like, I got like the best opportunity to come any artist's way. You know, it's like awesome. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Yeah, so yeah, I'm really excited. I can't believe I got chosen for it. Oh, hey, Dead GPK, what's up? How you doing? I was just telling myself, since I'm the only one here, and now you. I don't know if you saw it, but I am going to be in this art show, and it was just serendipity. I don't believe in coincidence. It was by design. I ran into this guy, and I said, "Yeah, I live over here at the studios, and I have an art studio." And they said, "Cool." He's like, "Can I?" He walked back with me. Thank you. Oh, yeah. And he came back with me and looked at my artwork. And he's like, "Oh, you're in." Boom. 1 out of 24 spots. It's not till it's on March 29th 30th and 31st. And it's called Desert Stars, and it's 24 artists, and I'm one of them. Fuck yeah! I'm so stoked. Anyway, so I thought I'd make a video about it. I'm really happy. Thanks for the congratulations. You always have something cool to say. Hey, I went to your channel because like someone said like we don't go to your channel, or like why should I go to your channel and you don't go to mine and support me? And I'm like, well, I do. I went to your channel and I subscribe to I have like 50 some subs. That's it. And I subscribe to all of you that have a channel, and I would totally and do always say, look, hey, go check out this person or that person. Not that if anyone happens to see these videos. I don't know. I just wanted to apologize because I took my last video I made, it was last night. I was so tired, and I was like, you know, and everyone was probably like, oh my God, look at this guy. You know, I felt like stupid. Anyway, yeah, thanks. So, how are you doing? Right, I know. Thanks. No, I don't care. It's all right. I'm really happy right now. Hey, did you see that thing about, it's really a trip? Are you, I don't know if you're Mandela affected or what. You're doing good? Fuck yeah. Where do you live? What area? Do you live in Europe or the US or what? Or India or what? I have a lot of friends from India online. Because I dig fucking Buddhism and Hinduism. Texas. Well, you could fit all fucking you could fit all of those countries inside of Texas, no problem. Texas used to be bigger, huh? Do you think Texas used to be bigger? Oh my God, you know what's scary? It is in Texas. They have a fucking pyramid. Have you seen the pyramid in Texas? And it was a Bass Pro Shop. It is a Bass Pro Shop. But these hooded robed men in the middle of the fucking night went and put a crystal skull in the capstone of the pyramid. And yeah, in the middle of the night. And everyone's like, what's that all about? Yeah. That's Texas, right? That's fucked, man. They went and took it out now. I saw them with it. I don't know if it was before or after, but they took it out and they're like, But why would Bass Pro Shops? I love Bass Pro Shops, first of all. it's overpriced like REI and North Face, and North Face makes good product. But like REI is so overpriced, just like whatever we were talking about. I know what? Oh, I know. I heard. What's up with that? Like cities are popping up out of nowhere. People like neighborhoods are popping up, and people are like, what? Like it's just so fucking bizarre. Wow. Where did it go? Do you know? Like where it ran from where to where? Do you know? I'm curious. I've heard about it. Yeah, is it all part of this mud floods thing? Oh my God. That shit is, I know that you go on Eva's timeline, or I watch it the next day because it's too late at night when she does it. But Eva Once Upon a Timeline on Once Upon a Timeline? Eva, she does it once a week, like a 2-hour show on Mandela effects. Anyway, you should check her out if not. Once Upon a Timeline. Yeah, you know. Okay. She said, I'm so sick of these fucking mud flood things. Like they're just that's how they're explaining everything away. Mud floods. The fuck is a mud flood? The desert is like on there's like water on the desert and they're walking the camels and people are walking in water. How can that be? I mean, well, I guess there was sand beneath the ocean. It's a desert if there was no water. So, but it's just so weird. Like, I don't get it, man. I would like it, I guess. Yeah. I what if it hey, no, this can't be. What is it because is it always been like this and we're just now noticing it because we can actually talk to each other and make like voting videos and ask people what their memory is? Hey, oh, here's a couple treasure troves of listen to this, my friend. Listen. Um, Why do you think it is on Jeopardy? First of all, Jeopardy is a treasure. Old reruns of Jeopardy are a virtual treasure trove of Mandela residue, right? Okay, now here's what another thing that's really cool, and you're gonna see it, right? Oh, one other thing, real quick. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Oh shit. Anyway, you answer it with a question. What you and that's some ritual thing. Ritual. Oh look, see this? What is it? It's a trumpet, right? It's a trumpet. And you know what? Someone just brought this to my attention. Trump pence. Trumpets. Trump pence. Think about that. When you hear the trumpets, or when the trumpets are sounding, when you can hear them, talk them shit or whatever, Trump, Pence. That's how God works. He doesn't, he deals in riddles. He does, and he's straight up, but that's straight up to me. He gave me the answer. He said, it's trumpets, trumpets, Trump and Pence. Think about that. What are the coincidence? What are the odds? Right? Just like, that book 1900 or it's called The Last President, and it's like so fucking exact. Baron Trump is a time traveler. His name's Baron Trump and his friend's name is Don, and it looks exactly like Baron Trump. Baron Trump's a fucking time traveler, period. Time travel exists. That's the only way I can explain it. It's not even that. Time doesn't exist. Clocks exist. We make time up. You know what? I'm Native American. This is funny. Only a white man. This is about daylight savings. This is what the Indian said about daylight savings. This is true. He said, only a fucking white man could think that he could cut off 2 feet off of the bottom of his blanket or off the top and sew it to the bottom and think he has a longer fucking blanket, right? Right. You know what, too? It's like once someone... Oh, did you notice the Trump Pence thing? You did? I just heard. It just came to me the other day. I just heard. No, I won't say that. I watched it on some pretty old video. I've been affected for forever, and I'm 44. I grew up in Colorado. In 7th grade, we had shooting class in junior high. So we shot 22s, and I was a hunter, My dad's Native American. My grandma is 100%. My dad's half, I'm a quarter. I was raised with hunters. I hunt, I fish, and so I love it. Whatever. That's what I do. Sorry. But I eat every bit. I use it, everything. you know? And yeah, our government's a piece of shit. Oh my God. That is so crazy. I was just fucking watching this thing on Netflix about John Titter or whatever. Yes. Yeah, I know. So was that Tesla then saying that he had the secret to time travel? Do you know that 3, 6, and 9? If you understand the significance of the numbers 3, 6, and 9, then you have the key to the universe. That's what Tesla said. What does that mean? Break it up, break it down for me. You know, because and also, Mandela effect. Nikola Tesla. I wrote papers on him. His name was Nikolai. Nikolai Tesla. Nikolai Tesla. That's why we say it like that. It wasn't Nikola. That's ridiculous. Is that an M.E for you or no? And then also people say Rod Sterling. It's always been Rod Sterling. They say it used to be Rod Sterling.
The full name of Rod Sterling was Edwin Rodman Sterling.
This thing scares me. It's not on. What the fuck, man? That's fucked up. That's scary. All right. Anyway, hey, yeah. Oh, shouldn't there be a C there? CSCHULTZ, right? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, it's Schultz with a S. It was S. Either there was a C in there. Where's the C? Right? Is that it? So then we got to look at. Oh, what I was saying before you got on here. We gotta stop looking. We gotta look for things that aren't affected by it. Like I don't know. Let's see. Most everything. I don't know. Like, okay, NASA's bullshit in every timeline I've been in. Right? So NASA is definitely bullshit. And I think someone's fucking with the past right now, and like with quantum entanglement, where, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter how far away they are, once you turn it, it's gonna other half of the atom's gonna turn too, no matter where the fuck it is, simultaneously, way faster than the speed of light. And quantum entanglement, I think Einstein was a shill, but he called it, if you believe the double slit theory, which sounds very serpent-like now that I say it. If you believe in that, which I do, I forgot what I was talking about. Have you seen that doctor that freezes the fucking look up look up ice flowers. Ice flowers. Yeah. They teleport. I know. They can do all this shit. And I think there's a lot of shit that got frozen down in. I mean, I know. I understood you. Yeah. So there's definite. Here's the thing. Okay. If scientists and we face it, after the Nuremberg trials, you should please go watch my video about Trump signing in, telling them to go to the moon. It's so funny. He's mocking them. He's a flat earther. Trump is. Anyway, but he's also, I think, a shapeshifter. I've seen him. I've seen Alex Jones, and I've seen Elvis. And then, I mean, those are the most famous. I've seen them shapeshift full on. And the little Indian girl on the Elvis one. Yeah, so there's so much weird shit. The Bible wouldn't even make sense till now, because they're saying like man's seed can't meld with steel. Well, like, yeah, that's transhumanism. Robot people. People haven't been half robot. We don't, but that's not happening because it's an abomination. Sorry, my white legs. Sorry about that. Anyway, but I'm dying of thirst. Yeah, so I'm glad you saw this. Yeah, so those are the Richard Simmons thing. He never wore a headband now, or wristbands, sweatbands, any of that shit. It's so crazy. Go to Google and Google it. And then, but if you look up Richard Simmons Halloween costumes, that's another Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Jeopardy reruns are the treasure trove of Mandela residue, right? Now, also Mandela residue, as far as like Richard Simmons, for example. Now, this just happened for me, where he does not any longer wear sweatband. He never ever did, Okay, yeah. All right, thanks for stopping by. Cuckoo. So yeah, the Richard Simmons, you can go back and he never fucking wore them. Never. It's crazy, man. I'm telling you. That alone blew my mind. You could go and get Sweating Into the Oldies off your shelf if you had it, and he will not have one on. I mean, why that? Obviously, that's gotta be a distraction. Or I just don't get it. I don't know. I really don't. I know the who, what, and where. And I don't know the who. I don't know the why. Right? I don't know. Some things to think about. Trump, Pence. That's insane thinking. That's the only type of thinking we do. Because there's no such thing. It's a quote, but I don't, by Aristotle, I think, of all people. Genius. I think that every genius is a bit of madness, and I believe that totally, and I believe that genius in a way is madness, like, and also, if you think about stuff in your head, really big equations, you're gonna think of small ones, but then you're gonna forget how to tie your shoes. But whatever, and that's like that whole, I don't know, Helen, like we spent 3 months on Helen Keller in check this out, civics class, civic. Do your civic duty, civic. Think about the word civic. It's a palindrome, it's an anagram, it's everything. You can flip it forward, backward, upside down. Flip the letter, anything you want. It's always going to spell civic. It's also a number. Think about that. C is a Roman numeral, I is a Roman numeral, and V is a numeral. Civic is a number. I haven't sat down and done it, what it is, but that's a number. Think about that. Civic. And I'm going to put that on my thing. C. Well, for you guys, it'd be C I V I C. And the V is in the middle, of course. Brackets on the sides, because you know what I mean? It's Roman numerals, too. It's a number, and it's pretty fucking trippy now that I think about it more. So there's that. I'm gonna check on, and I'll get back to you guys on that one. Of what I found. Anyway, all right, I'm out. I can't. No one's in. And no one's gonna. Okay, I'm gonna go. Look that shit up. It's for real. Yeah, it's good.